Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We back with another episode from the Bay to LA 49er podcast. Your boy LeBron, my boy Primo, and a new member of the family.
Yes, sir.
Lifelong friend and family, my boy Warren. I'm going to go ahead and just turn it over to you. Let the people know about you, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate y'all for, having me, bringing me on. It's love. Like you said, no introduction needed, no name needed. You gave it to me. My name is Warren. The people don't know, as you know, I'm from LA, was born in LA, moved out to the Inland Empire, been out here since. Sports been my passion, pretty much my whole life. A lot of us, that was our passion. You grow up, you watch your friends, you watch your family, then you start playing, then you get a little bit older and you start watching a little bit more, you dabble in high school and things like that. Football is something I fell in love with back in, I was probably like 6. I remember I was here with family, and at that time I was just a Niner fan just because that's what I was told. You know how it is. You don't really get to make no choices out here. You just you're told as a young age, like, this is what you is. We Raider fans, or we Niner fans, or we. And I remember from a young age, it was always we was Niner fans, for whatever reason. But there was a specific game I remember. It was the Super Bowl in '94. It was all at the house watching. You know what I'm saying? And I remember the game had just started. And I barely even remember, but I just remember this specific touchdown.
Cue the clip.
On my clip. Things went crazy. Run it for me, please, baby. Here it is. Steve Young, you know what I'm saying? To Jerry Rice, deep, the slinger. Look at that. At that moment, 6 years old, 94, born in 89, official Niner fan. Matter of fact, might have been 5 years old, 89, 94. I don't even 5. But at that moment, homie, I knew, like, yeah, these is my guys.
What a dime.
I got to drink to that one. These is my guys.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we can toast to that, man. He's the newest member. He's being a little modest, but let's go ahead and toast to that. He's a credentialed guy. He's got paperwork that says he should be doing this right here. We had to dig in the crates and get a real one, man. So you know what I mean? Let's go ahead and dig into it, fellas. Let's jump to the game recap. Terrible game. 49ers got mollywopped. Homie just got drugged out there. What was it? 7-35, 7-34, something like that.
Yeah.
Terrible game. It wasn't a lot to really talk about or write home about. It is what it is. What you feel about the game? Primo, you want to?
I mean, like you said, bro, there was nothing really much going on. I guess it was just a blur, man. I was literally in and out watching it. I guess I could say just 2 plays stood out to me that I could, the Sam Darnold throw to Ronnie Bell was something that was pretty nice. Just put it right in the bucket.
Yeah.
And then Trey's miracle TD, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, the game was boring. Nobody stood out other than Ronnie Bell. And we'll touch on the guys that stood out, but just for a couple guys.
You know what, y'all? I don't want to sound like the optimistic fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like that, but look, check it out. As bad as that O-line was, as mediocre, if we say at best, as Trey was, dog, at the end of the first half, it was 14-7.
That's a fact.
With the third stringers in, as bad as we played, okay? So they gave up them cheeks in that second half. It ended 34-7. But in the first half, it was 14-7. So look, as mad as I was from, like Primo said it best, dog, it was kind of in and out from jump, from play one. Y'all seen Trey just got 8. Y'all we'll jump into it later, but it just felt like that type of game to where it was just like in and out, in and out. But even once I, kind of recapped the game, I was like, you know what? Damn, as mad as I was, as out of it as we looked, it was it was terrible for our standards. But at the end of the day, you take that into the locker room with our starters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You still got a game.
Take that as a dub in the first half, as bad as they looked, and those was stringers.
And I mean, at the end of the day, anyways, with the preseason, it's just the point is to find the diamonds in the rough. It's not about winning the game. I mean, essentially, it doesn't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the guys that you've been developing or the guys that you guys just drafted, stand out. And I feel like we won in that department. Like the point wasn't to win the game. Like, but the Raiders did. Like watching them from a fan standpoint of the game. They had good players, but overall, nobody stood out. It was just you guys played, a bunch of third stringers that were literally trying to figure things out. You guys took the game serious, and that was that.
Honestly, I felt like the Raiders took this game hella more serious than the Niners did. Excuse me. I feel like, we always beat the Raiders preseason, regular season. It's just another day. It's just another walk in the park when we see them on the other side. For them, especially after how they lost to us at the end of last year, this was like we owe this one to him. Josh McDaniel called some plays that I could tell he was coaching. He wasn't just he was really trying to get points on the board. So for them, maybe it's their Super Bowl. Hey, hats off to them. Y'all won. All right, let's go ahead. Let's roll it on, man. Let's hit the next point. So this one is tough, bro, because I'm hearing a lot of people say Sam Darnold did this. He looked so much better. He was 5 of 8. What was Trey? 8 of 11. By the numbers, there's not a big discrepancy. But then we always talk about that eye test, what you see with your eyes. And that's really where the difference came in. It seemed like Trey was having a hard time kind of dissecting the defense and reading, what was going on. Darnold actually seemed as if he saw what the defense was like, you know what I mean? It seemed like maybe it's the more starts, maybe it's the 55 starts that he had, but it does seem like, damn, if I had to pick one to be QB2, I'm kind of leaning towards Sam Darnold at this point. I mean, he didn't wow me. At 5 to 8, he didn't wow me, but what you think, Primo? Come on, what you think?
Look, for me, I'm look at the end of the day, like you and me always say, I'm a Niners fan, bro. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who the hell is the quarterback. It could be Purdy, it could be Trey. I want the best guy behind, what I'm saying, back then. So with that being said, Purdy, and we're not talking about Purdy, but Purdy showed what he needed to show last year. So he shouldn't even be in the conversation of like, why isn't Trey getting the first team reps and all this and that? It is what it is, man. With any other team and any, it's always like that. If somebody wins it in games, it is what it is. Nobody's like, oh, why is the backup, getting the opportunity? But with that, I think Trey deserves the backup role because last year he did win some games for us, some important games. So, or the year before that, my bad. Obviously last year he got injured, but he's done it in real time too as well. Sam Darnold has showed that he's not consistent in the league. So maybe he's balling out against the second and third stringers, but for me, it doesn't convince me enough. Yeah, he might have looked better, but at the end of the day, the score was still 7-34 at the end of the day. So nobody scored a touchdown. Nobody did anything to get the game ahead, right? So I don't give a fuck who made the nicest pass and who didn't. But I would take Trey as backup quarterback.
Yeah, on this one, y'all, I think I'm hella torn. It's tough. Like, again, I don't want to sound like the optimistic fan, but like by the numbers, not by the eye test, I think Trey was like 10 of 15 for like 100 and something yards and like 115 yards or something in a lucky touchdown. But
yeah,
not that bad. But I think he deserves the number 2. At the end of the day, I hate to bring luck into it, but to your point, LeBron, Sam's got 55 starts. He should come out there and process things a lot faster. What I saw from jump from Trey, dude, he was just indecisive. Like you know you ain't you from play one. You seen the line ain't backing you, and you still everything I saw. He's still dropping back, kind of taking his time, kind of like, and it's like, dude, what are you? You know the heat is coming. You need to be making a decision quick. Either run. I didn't see him use his legs at all, and it was like there was a lot of plays that I saw. It was like, dude, use them legs. You know, that's a lot of the reason we drafted you. That's an asset you got.
Right.
And the line was giving up the cakes fast, but I didn't see him. He was processing slow. Darnold was processing a lot faster, but that's what 55 starts gives you. I'm gonna ask y'all something real though. Do y'all believe that either one of those guys would settle for the third string? Do you believe that Darnold signed up and says, "All right, I'll be the third stringer behind them both"? Do you think he would even go for that?
Okay,
I think more.
Go
ahead.
Okay, what I was gonna say is, I'm actually still for Trey being the number 2. It's just how bad he looked in that game that made me feel like maybe Darnold would be the better option.
That's real.
The thing is, Darnold's already played for 2 different teams. Okay, Darnold's already been shipped around. I think Darnold will settle for anything he can get at this point.
Yeah.
If it's QB3, nigga, the practice squad, okay, Darnold's down for anything at this point. As long as he's still in the league and collecting a paycheck, he'll take it. Trey, look, this is what I've learned about Trey. He's always been very well media trained. He speaks well. He always says the right things.
Smart dude.
He's a very smart guy. So he's gonna make it sound like as if he had to be QB3. He's okay with it. Deep down inside, that's when the chatters are gonna start. The Trey Lance stuff is gonna start coming out. If he ends up being QB3 when week 1 starts, you're gonna start hearing the talks that Trey wants out.
I feel like Darnold's a bust now and it's accepted, and that's not the case with Trey. Like that's just it. Trey ain't even got 10 starts. Exactly. To your point, you know, he got 55. You think he would? You feel either one of them would do it, Preem, or?
Look, I'll say this. I think that Trey's not in a position to set himself up to where he could ask for a trade. I think he knows he hasn't played well. I think that he's a young dude, so I think the noise is getting to him. Guys like Grant are creating this like crazy narrative where like it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got Trey fans versus Purdy fans, but it does damage to Trey's confidence, right? Because it's like, if I'm not good now, am I ever going to be good at all? And in reality, it could take him a year or 2 more to develop and eventually be the quarterback that he is. Not everybody is a Patrick Mahomes are outliers, bro. Like that stuff doesn't happen every day. You know what I'm saying? So the comparisons that we needed the next Patrick Mahomes or something like that is wild to me. So in a way, bro, I would want him to be the third string because it allows us to keep him and really furthermore find out if he is that guy or not. Because I just feel like you said, he hasn't played enough. And with these preseason games, he got injured, just coming off an injury. So I'm sure he's still probably seeing fucking like bulls rushing him. You know what I'm saying? He's still probably scared. Yeah. So I think that has something to do with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got one more thing to say on it, man. And this is something that I had told you guys through text messages. Trey is already at that point in his contract right now that we've got to figure out this year if Trey's the guy or not for us. Sad. Now, when you draft a quarterback, 2nd, 1st, 3rd, that high, their cap hit jumps up so astronomically every year. I think he's making 9-point-something million. If we take him into next season still as a 49er, he's going to be making close to $15 million. Why would you pay a guy $15 million that's not it? I think this is Trey's last year, bro. If we don't see it, he's got to go. We got people we got to resign. My boy BA, Brandon Ayuk, I need him back. And I'm not willing to gamble having Brandon Ayuk in the future just to keep Trey Lance for one more year, that last year of the contract, to see if it's going to work or not.
I can't
gamble with that, bro.
Come on, man.
I can't gamble with that, bro.
I don't think BA's staying, bro. I don't think. I think as much as he like tries to say that Kyle helped him and like he understands like the the hard love, the tough love. I don't think he wants to be here, bro. To be honest with you, I
Hey,
don't think he feels like.
I'll tell you this. 15 million cap hit. That money that you could give to this man, money talks. Money would make BA want to stay. He grew up a Niner fan. You've seen the pictures. Money
He wants to
talks.
be featured, yeah, but he wants to be featured though. He wants to be the
That's
featured
what I think the problem is.
receiver.
I think he wants to be
Guys,
somewhere where there's a good quarterback and he could
he's
be
the
that
number
guy.
one receiver. Brandon Ayuk is the number. Come on, tell me I ain't heard the chatters. Y'all haven't heard about the way they're talking about him this year?
That's how they
There's
talked
not a
last year
DB.
too.
There's not a DB that lined up across them all off-season training camp that can stick with him. He's wide receiver 1, bro. This is his team.
Without a doubt.
So he don't have to be. He's going to be featured. He's going to get more balls this year than he's ever gotten. Debo, you're going to be running the ball a little more. You're going to be running a little bit more slants and a little short routes and just get the ball in Debo's hand and Debo do the work after. Yeah, but all the big plays, your posts, your big routes, Brandon Ayuk is featured in all of that, bro. He's taking over.
That's true.
So we all on the same page. Brandon Allen is out of here. No.
So we were already. We already got a little bit of ahead of ourselves.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. But one and the same. So you guys believe that we should take the extra time to develop Trey Lance, or do you think it's time to already let him go and start shopping him?
I mean, if history means anything, I mean, look at Steve Young. You know what I'm saying? Players like that weren't ballers from the straight out the gate. Have to switch teams. Maybe Trey needs to switch out teams. I don't know, or maybe just needs to be given the opportunity to like really showcase what he has. I think he's playing out of fear right now, bro, because it didn't seem like the Trey that I saw the year before when he played the Texans that was playing out there on Sunday. So I feel like he's just kind of like, again, we're going back to like the chirping guys like Grant creating this narrative, race baiting and like really pushing like even stronger to like Trey's a bust. No, he's not a bust. So it's in his head, I think. So you know what I'm saying? When you get in your head, like you said, Warren, like he was easy throws and it's just over processing, trying to do too much when it isn't needed.
It's tough, guys. I seen something. He's like the 17th highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Trey's gonna be. That's rough, and especially if we're talking about him being a third stringer. I think this is a maker. I think it's a make or break year for us and for him. Beyond, and in that I mean for us on if we're gonna keep him, and for him on if he wants to stay. If Purdy stays healthy all year and Purdy is what Purdy's supposed to be, and Trey just rides the bench, I think he's gone. I think we want him gone, and I think he wants to be gone. I think the only way we should keep him is if he comes in and he shows his worth. If not, I'm sorry to you guys' point. I'm not gonna waste what are we talking about? 17, 8 to $20 million on a guy that we're not gonna start. When, like you said, BA is up and other guys are going to be coming up soon. You can't.
Bosa's going to put us strapped for cash once his deal hits. It ain't going to be too many more dollars to go around. But yeah, so just to answer the question real easy, this is the year. This is it. And it's unfair to Trey Lance that he's already starting behind the 8 ball. Last year, he was the guy. He gets hurt. Now, normally you don't lose your job due to injury. You get to come back and be the starter and be that guy again next year. But he doesn't have that option now because Purdy showed up and showed out. So now you're already behind. It's going to take an injury to Brock Purdy. God forbid. I don't want to see it. For Trey to have to come in and to make something out of it, for us to even see the development process take place. This is a development we should have seen take place 2-3 years ago. We shouldn't.
I mean, bad luck. He got injured.
Yeah, I know. But in year 3, year 4 of your rookie deal, we shouldn't still be talking about the development of a guy. We should already be in that process knowing if he's that or not. So now I just don't have the time to find out. Not on this roster, not on this win now team that we need to win. I need that 6th ring, y'all. I don't have time for this, bro. I don't.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Somebody. Trade him. We can't. I don't have time for it.
What can you get from him, though? I mean, he's not like I said earlier, he's not showing anything to really. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see us getting. I mean, the best I can see us getting is like a 4th-round pick for him.
Maybe
From what he's showing right now.
Wild
maybe a
stuff
third.
out there too. Baiting
Social
fans.
media has destroyed his value.
Yeah, I'm like, I was seeing something out there saying like, "Oh, trade him for Jalen Waddle," or I'm like, dude, you're not gonna get Jalen now. Like, but social media is so out there. I think you got to trade him now because I don't have you guys been seeing the way Kyle Shanahan has been blessing Purdy? He came out saying like, "Oh, I knew he was the guy after 3 games." There's no way that this team isn't his unless he completely goes blank in practice and wets it. Like, this is his team. Kyle's like super confident in him. He's kind of like willing to lay it down and say, look, we dropped the ball. Oh well, we made it up with this pick. He's willing to live with it. So it feels like, again, even if unless Purdy gets hurt bad again, if it's just a little 3 games, dude, it's his team, dude. He has to have another season-ending injury for it to even be considered. I think you got to trade him this season before his value drops not more. And then what? Like you guys said, right now the value is probably a 3rd-round pick at best for a team that believes that we can still develop him. You guys are just doing it wrong. Because I've seen there's that take out there that it's maybe the offense that's hard for him. And if he had a simpler system, he'd be able to thrive better. And maybe that's the case. But we've seen the products of Kyle Shanahan's system for quarterbacks. So I don't think we should change the system. We should change the quarterback if he can't run it.
Facts.
This is simple.
Facts.
But are you guys comfortable with Darnold riding as a backup? If we get into playoff time, let's say God forbid, but let's say Purdy gets slightly injured, maybe not season ending, but like he has to miss a playoff game. That's what I'm saying. Why trade Trey if you can keep him right in that situation? I don't feel comfortable with Darnold being back there.
Bro, from what I've seen from Trey in the lack of confidence in himself, in his own skin, playing quarterback right now, you're not going to get anything better from Trey than you're going to get from Darnold, so it really doesn't matter.
I don't know, dude. Darnold is trash, though, bro. Like, when it matters, that guy is garbage.
Right now, we can say that they're both trash. Trey is like trash up here. And
hey, watch what you say, dude. All the Trey stands going to come after you.
I just don't think.
Come on me. Hey, wait. Last year when Brock Purdy started, and it was week 1, or well, not week 1, but his first week of being our quarterback, I was like, I'm not sure. I'm not on board yet.
I saw his highlights before.
Hey, I was next following week, I had my backpack strapped and I was on the Purdy train. All right, I'm on board, bro. I don't want to hear it, man. I'm riding with Brock, dog. Come on.
Yeah, Brock. What he did last year, bro. Like, for anybody to even have doubts that, like, defenses weren't ready for him. It's like, bro, he literally came in cold turkey and beat one of the top teams in the Dolphins, bro. Like, and then beat Tom Brady. Like, what are you talking about?
Yes,
then ripped off 7 more.
Good defense.
Ripped off 5 more after that.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's what I mean, bro. It's so far gone right now for Trey to be able to jump back in and take the job and run with it.
The reason why I'm saying, like, I think trade is because I don't think Trey is going to be sitting here next season if he doesn't get the reins this season at all. I think he'll say the right thing, but then I think the mumbles in the locker room will get worse and worse. That's kind of why I'm like, and also, like we said, what you got to pay the man. So it's kind of like, let it go now, or let's see. Like I said, I mean, if Purdy don't get hurt, and that's none of us want that. We all are on the Purdy train at this point. He's proved he's been the best quarterback we've had since we've had Shanahan, really, as far as by the numbers and how it's looked. So it's like we're all on that same train. It's kind of like, I know it's tough. It's a 3rd pick. It's this, it's that. But dude, look at the first 2 picks that went in front of him. None of those quarterbacks are looking all that awesome. I mean, Justin Fields is looking great. I mean, it's looking okay. I mean, who was it? Trevor Lawrence that year?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor came
Trevor
out
Lawrence
with
actually
one,
looking
and
solid.
then
Trevor's
it
actually
was
looking
Zach
solid.
Wilson, dog. We see it out of Zach Wilson project.
Zach Wilson went
Like,
too, and
I don't like it. Just then Mac Jones was the other. It was a rough kind of like again. Justin Fields looks pretty good, and then of course Trevor Lawrence looks great, but I think it kind of is what it is. It was a bad. We caught an L. We caught a stray one.
Yeah.
We I guess we recapped it by with Mr. Irrelevant. I say we move it, man.
That was lucky. We got lucky. I mean, we spent
lucky.
3. We spent so
Oh,
much,
yeah,
and we got lucky. We picked somebody that nobody wanted, and the dude was absolutely magic last year. Like, just the whole situation is nuts. Like, so I've never understood, and I tell you LeBron all the time, like, I don't understand, like, why it's even a conversation of why Trey should have reps with the first team. Like, in what world? If Patrick Mahomes, as a rookie, would have came out and done that, there would have been no chatter about, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Needs to get the first team reps because, you know what I'm saying? That was luck. And we're talking about fans, bro, Niner fans over here talking about Brock Purdy's throwing interceptions in practice. You trust him? It's like, bro, it's practice. We showed he's a gamer. He was literally the third string quarterback last year. Kyle had nothing to say about him in practice. And then he put him in the game and he showed otherwise, bro. He's a gamer. He's not a practice guy.
Yeah.
He proved it.
Facts. I mean, you hit it right on the head, man. I just feel like, and this goes into the development aspect of what we're talking about. If you wanted to give Trey all of the avenues to be the guy, you would want him to get first team reps as well, and they just don't give him those. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is, man. What we got next on the board? We hit that one. What we got next?
Well, we slide into we said trade, right? But do you trade him for an O-liner? Because it's exactly what we're having troubles with. I mean, that the backup O-line, bro, looked like garbage. It looks like nobody's looking good to even want to switch out.
Pushback.
No, none.
That shit was terrible, guys. Like that's scary because that means that we're an injury away from being in a bad. Can you run my clip here? I got some clips here on this one, and this is where I'm like, Trey was bad, but dude, there wasn't a chance. Look at this. Look at that. That's instantaneous. Here comes the next play. Look, this is it in slow mo. Here it is. That's instant. That's no time. The pocket. Yeah, look at the next play. Look, he's gonna break out. Little Will. It's over. It's already. It's given in. He had a little more time there, but there's not. Same thing on the. It's gonna be slowed down here. It's got to be better. It's got to be better. He doesn't. There, he had a little bit of time, but there was no guys open. There was no resistance. You guys. Here's another one. Straight through.
Oh
you
my
can't.
God.
Bad. I'm like, that could be Mahomes, bro. Like that can't happen. Like there was too many times where I'm like, dude, are those dudes like y'all just got ran through? Like, were we practicing? Were you guys setting this man up? I mean, what's up? Like it was bad out there, fellas. Like
that's a conspiracy theory.
Look at this, untouched, untouched.
I'm saying like. Dude, and there's times on those that like guys are coming straight through. It's like, dude, did you touch him? Did you just move? Like it was bad, dude. Like that's scary for me, just because that means that we're an injury away from like having one of these guys in. Like, and again, they're like our second and third stringers, but that's not cool. We've been built up on depth over the past years. And
I thought Trey was going to get injured this game.
We knew ending last season that a lot of the depth left. Like, right? The way he was getting ate up.
Low key, I feel you, Primo. Low key,
I thought he was going to get injured. I was scared for him. I was like, they're going to kill him out there, bro. We're not going to have him.
Yeah, bro, it was bad.
But
man.
To your point, LeBron, you said it earlier. It meant something to them, though, dog. Like you seen from jump, it's like we were there to kind of like learn and like plug guys in and see what we got. Like Primo said, this is the time to see what you got. And like you said, LeBron, it meant more to them, bro. They came out like one of my Raider homie called me like, yeah, bro, what's up? I'm going to the game. Yeah, wow. Like, like it meant more to their fan base, to their like, so and they played for it. So it kind of that shit though, that old line.
Sorry ass fucking team, bro.
I'm gonna say this, and this was funny. It happened to me today earlier. I was inside a Chipotle, man, and there was a Raider fan in there. He's got on his jersey, he had his hat on. I got my hat on. He's looking at me. I didn't even know he was in there. I turn around and I look and I see him, and he's looking me up and down like he wanted me to say something to him, like, and I'm like, bro, this really was their Super Bowl. Like, he was waiting to see a Niner fan just to, yeah, how'd you like that game? Like, bro, this shit's ridiculous. But anyways, to get on point, the O-line trouble is trouble. Nothing but trouble. I'm not even sure that our starting O-line is going to suffice this year.
Nah, it's not.
The right tackle, McKivitz, he's been getting beat like he stole something all camp. He ain't stopped and blocked not one person from what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? So, bro, O-line is definitely trouble. Trey, see if you can find a right tackle somewhere. I don't know, man. It's ugly. It's looking bad, bro. The O-line.
We have to trade somebody. We have to trade somebody. Like, I mean, bro, if we want a healthy QB, the O-line we got right now, bro, I don't see Purdy getting out of it like at least by week 3, bro, with that weak ass fucking.
You want Purdy to have some time to get comfortable.
Luckily, Purdy's got the starters that are going to be blocking. So I've been hearing Jake Brendel has taken a step up from what he was last year. And I don't know if y'all are aware or not, but Jake Brendel, wasn't he a Pro Bowl backup last year? He played at a pretty high level last year. They're saying he took a step. Spencer Burford, I heard he's out there slamming guys on like the O-line, the starting line should be something. But that right tackle, bro, we talked about it, Primo, last season about just it being I can't even remember. Mike McGlinchey. Mike Garcia, he was a problem. We weren't even happy with. It's even worse this year, guys. Guys, that right tackle side is even worse than it was last year.
Well, we don't have anybody now. At least we had somebody last year. No, we don't have anybody.
We had a guy with a name on the back that we knew. We didn't really have nothing. We knew who he was. We really don't have nothing now. Like, bro, it's getting kind
of. I don't get it. I don't get Kyle, and I don't get the organization, bro. Like, you literally found your quarterback, or at least we think we found the quarterback. So you would think attack the O-line right in the draft, or at least even in the trade. I get you want to fucking booster up that D-line, which they did because we got Hargrave, but who's gonna protect Purdy? If we don't have a quarterback, bro, we ain't winning shit. We saw that in the NFC Championship game. What are you gonna do? Run the ball and just lose the game by fucking 30 points?
Honestly, bro, it was a disappointment that we had the picks that we had in the draft. We had a decent amount of picks because we had the comp picks. So we had plenty of picks to go and find somebody. And Kyle's like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll live. We got it. You got to draft somebody. Get us a tackle. Even if it was a 4th, 5th round guy, you got to go out there and get something. You're going to let McKivitz do it? We'll see how
all we did was just make the strong position stronger. And it's just like, all right. I mean, you made the linebacking crew even stronger with the D Winters and Graham. It's really good depth, but it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like at the end of the day, it's like you still haven't addressed even the corner position, bro. There's no depth there. Ambry Thomas, who? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they said, you know what? And I give Ambry a little bit of credit. They said he played better, and he didn't look terrible in the preseason. Granted, he wasn't going up against top talent like he would be going against if he was starting. Diamondor Lenore and the stud that we have. We still got Womack, and I was high on Womack. We still got one. I mean, corner, we'll be fine. I'm not really worried about corner as much.
I mean, since we're on that subject, you know, we can talk about the standouts, see where we think we might have gotten stronger, maybe areas that were probably weak points. I mean, like I said, I don't think we got stronger. Maybe corner we got lucky with Jameson, who I think is I'm hearing a lot is standing out in practice, and from what his returns on in the second half. I mean, shit, we haven't had anything that elusive in a minute since Teddy Ginn.
Yeah.
Right? You just brought back Ted Guinea.
Yeah.
All right, so who you taking? We're gonna let Warren. We're gonna let you go. Who are you taking for your standout for preseason week 1?
All right, so look, I'm gonna go off the ripper because I didn't see him out there. I didn't see him play, but just from what we've been hearing in camp and seeing in highlights and just coming into the season, I'm excited for Kinlaw, guys. Like the camp talk is big. We drafted him a couple years ago high. He just kind of kept getting hurt. Do you guys remember him in college? Dude, he was blowing guys up in college. And he's had a lot of like beef with our media and shit like that. Cause he hasn't
with Grant specifically.
Your guy. But I know he wasn't out there, but from what I've seen, from what I've heard,
he was out there.
Excited about that. Super excited about that. I was excited. Like you guys brought up the linebackers. I guess who we seen play. I thought Graham looked like a professional out there. Like
yeah, he did. Yeah,
he was seeing plays before they developed.
He looked like a young Fred.
Exactly. That's rare. Like he was there before the play developed on a few.
Damn,
bro.
Instinctual.
Yeah, I'm like, bro knew he was there.
Yeah.
So I guess I could go with them, but I kind of wanted to go out the watch out for Kinlaw, guys. I know we've been saying that for 3 seasons. Watch out. I think this is the year he stays healthy and he gives us 8 to 10 sacks with all the other we got. That'd be a
Primo. Your preseason week 1 standout. Who you got?
I got 2 just because they made, I guess, the most noticeable plays for me, or they were more noticeable in the game. Aside from like D Winters and Graham, who are super fucking fast, bro. I feel like D Winters needs a little bit more work, but Graham, like you were talking about, like I said, he looks like a younger Fred. He looks instinctual and he's fucking fast. He's faster than Fred, I think. Their sideline to sideline is crazy. But I like Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell looks like a good number 2 receiver because I don't look at Debo as a 2 receiver. He's more like a running back that could catch.
Like a hybrid.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. He's a hybrid, so he could do it all. And then Jameson, bro. His punt returns in the second half. I mean, he was gaining a lot of yards. So I feel like Ronnie Bell. I've heard a lot from Ronnie Bell in camp. Everybody said that he's actually one that's been standing out out of mostly everybody, all the rookies. So so I'm excited to see what Purdy could do with him.
I like that pick.
He was undrafted. He was undrafted, and they're saying that in camp he looks like he might lock up that slot because they're saying that Isaiah Oliver is not doing it.
Yeah, huh? I got a bombshell for y'all. I'm gonna drop a bomb on y'all. My preseason week 1 standout was Trey Lance.
I knew
he stood out. Not in the way that I expected him to stand out. You got the working out with Patrick Mahomes. Man. You got the new mechanics. You got all of this hype that everybody that's the Trey stands have been pumping all of this. Trey this, Trey that, Trey. Oh, you stood out all right. Oh, you stood out in week 1. Not the way I expected you to, but you stood out.
A negative standout.
Bro, he did not stand out in a good way. And I'm not here to bash him. You know, like I said, I wanted him when we took him. I wanted Trey Lance. My boy didn't even want Primo didn't even want Trey Lance. I wanted
Justin Fields. Yeah, I wanted Fields.
I wanted Justin Fields too. We're on the same. I was like, bro, what? This is a whole nother conversation. Sometimes our decisions and drafts are like, especially in this era, have been like they're great at finding guys and developing guys. But some of the early on picks have been super questionable in this era, man.
Well,
I wanted Fields.
I knew that Trey Lance had all of the tools that you want in a quarterback in today's NFL. Okay. Big, strong arm, mobile. He's got legs. I don't want to make it sound like I'm just bashing him right now. I got to defend myself because you can go back. You can go and find these episodes where I was all for Trey. But you don't put in the work that he's put in to stand out the way he stood out. Now, granted, that O-line was terrible. But Sam Darnold played with a worse O-line than Trey played with. He played with guys that we can't even name.
That's fact.
Did he look as bad?
I mean, but he was also playing the third stringers too.
What was that?
Darnold was also playing the third stringers too, and Trey was playing the second stringers. So I mean, the discrepancy there is kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I don't think either one played for. If we're looking at it like apples to apples,
right?
Darnold didn't look good against the third stringers, and Trey didn't look good against the second stringers. So to me, it just balanced out.
But if I had to take one good standout, I just had to get that out of the way because I really wanted a bad standout. A good standout. I'm going to piggyback the Ronnie Bell. To me, he was the best thing going all day. I like what I'm seeing. I feel like this dude could actually make the roster, not a practice squad guy. He might actually make the 53. So
I think he will.
I'm gonna roll with Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell did his thing.
Well, shit, dude. I mean, I hope Kinlaw is what he was supposed to be.
Man,
that would be a blessing, along with everything else that we got now.
Yeah,
he didn't look great. He didn't look great on Sunday though. But I'm saying, hopefully, maybe that's just because it's just kind of like to get him up and going and.
And I'm sure he was on limited.
I didn't see him out there like a ton at all.
Yeah, he was
not
on
a ton. He played he got a couple snaps. Yeah,
limited reps. We got anything else, Primo? We got anything else on the board? What we got?
I mean,
how y'all?
Go ahead, Warren.
No, go ahead, Preems. Go ahead, Brody.
I was just gonna hit that one.
Oh, snap! You on fire today, Primo? You fire! I can't lie. You on fire, son. I like that. Man, I didn't even know you had that one in the tuck. Okay,
I'm gonna say, can I go?
Go,
go for it.
Take it.
Not to worry. He getting paid. He getting his dollars.
Yeah.
Kyle and John, they drop a lot of balls sometimes. They ain't gonna drop this ball. They gonna make that man the highest paid defensive player in the NFL, as he should be. You know what I'm saying? And then move on when I don't know. It seems like they reported they expected him to miss camp. It's almost like they like, bro, take a little extra vacation. You deserve it. When it's time, we'll call you and we'll cut that big bag. You dig? I don't think we got much to worry about. I would have liked it had to have been done. I think as fans, we always feel like, let's get the shit done. He deserves his bag. Y'all got it. Why play?
Yes,
but I almost feel like it's tactical, like letting the man take a little vacation that can't nobody complain about at the same time. Other guys in the organization can't be like, well, why Bosa ain't? At this point, it's like, we'll pay you when the time is right. Take this time to enjoy yourself. We know you're going to take your body right. We know you're going to come. We know you're not going to come here out of shape. You're going to come ready. Take a couple extra weeks. We'll cut you that bag.
So I'm going to definitely say no need to worry. From what I've heard from Kyle, what I've heard from John Lynch, they're in contacts with him. They've even opted to not hit him with the fines for not showing up. This ain't no contract dispute where they're at odds, where the team and the player are completely at odds and, we're going to find you for not showing up every day, whatever it is. There's no time to worry. We got it in the bag. Like Guido said, I would have loved to have gotten it done, Warren. I would have loved to have gotten it done already. But let's not let this bleed into the season. I saw earlier today a little article that was posted about this could bleed into the season. Then I'll start to worry a little bit because now when we need you to be there and we need you to be Bosa and we need you to be the defensive player of the year like you were last year, I need you on the field. But as of right now, today, where we're sitting, no worries. We got, 3 more weeks of preseason. That's 3 weeks to get this deal done. I believe the deal gets done in the next 2 weeks. I'll say the next 2 weeks.
I think the man's gonna get some kind of ownership. I think he's gonna be a Niner for life. I think they're gonna pay him, and to just make things a little bit more interesting, being how good he is. I mean, I feel like we don't with the cap, we don't have enough money to pay him to where he'd be satisfied. I think something else is in the works. Just like Messi got with I don't know if you guys watch soccer, but he went to
percentage of
Miami.
The streams.
So they were talking about his contract. They paid him millions, but nothing like Europe would pay him, but they gave him he got some kind of like 3-way deals with Adidas, got a percentage of the streams, got ownership in the team. I mean, he got crazy stuff. So I think Bosa's on that same hype. Maybe stock options or something like that, So I think they're gonna pay him and they're gonna give him a little incentive because
that would be dope.
Well, what I will say though is the Niners of old, your Eddie DeBarlo 49ers were known for getting deals done and some jank being to them. Maybe there's some little side money that they throw Bosa off the books. They said we can't make it work on the cap, but maybe I could slide you 10 on the side.
You go that little $10 million investment into your charity.
You know what I mean? Something on the side, but no, it's going to get done. There's no need to worry. Don't take me too serious on talking to the side, y'all. Don't take me too serious. But yeah, man, it'll get done. No worries.
I got one last thing for y'all. I know we get into it. What's y'all expectations for week 2? We got it's the Broncos on Saturday. How y'all feel? What y'all looking for? Me, it's the O-line. That's it. I don't care who's at quarterback. We kind of already went in on that. I don't think anything changes. But that O-line, I don't give a fuck if it's the first, the second, the third. I'm gonna need whoever the quarterback is to feel like he gonna get through the 4 quarters or the 2 quarters, whatever he gonna play. But how y'all feel, man? How y'all feel about next on Saturday? Broncos.
I mean, I don't honestly, bro. To keep it 100, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I could care less. I know they're not going to change that O-line. I think they're just going to let things run as is and just kind of try to figure out who can make the best out of the hardships.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe like for the dress rehearsal, they're gonna probably pop out a trade and try to get some O-liners up in there. But other than that, I mean, I feel like it's all going to be the same as against the Raiders. I don't see the Niners really. I mean, if Trey does good, what does it even mean, right? It's still against second stringers.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
right.
More for entertainment as a fan, I guess.
It get pretty much. For me, honestly, I want to see more from Ronnie Bell. I want to see more from Jameson. I want to see more from the guys that I saw stand out in the first week. Maybe a guy or two stand out that we didn't see in the first week. More than I want to see us win the game. It's preseason. Wins and losses don't mean anything in the preseason. So I'm not looking for a 30-point blowout or nothing like that. What I want to see is just a couple players stand out that, we didn't see stand out last week. Or the guys that stand out last week stand out again. That's all I care about. Let's see the defense hold.
Jake Moody make a fucking field goal, bro.
Now,
right there's what I'm looking for.
Okay, now that's the next topic. We ain't got to write this one up, but I got to say something about that. And I feel like it's just rookie jitters. He's a kicker. We put him in there. Neither one of those were chip shot kicks, okay? One was, 40-something, one was 50-something. It's not like we gave him a 20-yard gimme to get his feet wet. You know what I mean? We threw him out there to make some pretty big kicks.
Pick up the phone and call gold, man.
I was going to say, if I see the same thing this week, if he goes 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 this week on kicks, I'm going to say pick up the phone and get my boy Good as Gold on the line.
Whatever he wants.
On the
line. Whatever he wants.
Give him whatever he wants. $5 million, $6 million. We'll make it happen.
Robbie.
Hey,
baby.
Robbie. Come on.
Come on home. Bring the gold standard back on.
Hey, we always wanted you. We were just kidding. Come home.
Right? We was just playing, man.
Yeah. We wanted you to take a little break.
Yeah, man.
What about you, Warren? Anybody looking to stand out, or who you looking for in the preseason in game number 2?
I mean, in game number 2, I guess I want to see more from the linebackers. Like they looked really fast, especially a Graham from edge to edge. I want to see if that was just a lot of what he did looked instinctual, but I want to see if we can see it repeated. I want to see him get those reps out there. We're good at linebacker, but depth has been something that we've built ourselves on over the year, and it just feels like for the past me and LeBron have had this talk. It just feels like we've been producing a lot of good linebackers for a lot of time now. It's something about the way our program is ran. So it's promising to see another one go because we've seen, a good one leave in the offseason this year. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking at Graham especially. Both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Graham especially, because that looks special early on.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Is that it? Are we done? Are we signing off?
That's it, man. That's all I got.
Hey, preseason week 1. Let's go ahead and toast this last one. Let's get this off. Hey.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining us. Another episode from the Beta LA 49er podcast. It's your boy LeBron, my boy Primo, newest member of the family, Warren. Let's go. We'll holla at y'all next week.